In this video, we are going to look into the combine attribute feature that you can find among the attributes. If I'm selecting an element and go to modify and other attributes, at the bottom I will have the option combine attributes. This allows you to send attributes into one. You can use this to transfer an attribute to another location. For example, if I would like to send the name to any attributes, I could select name and send this, for example, to user2 and copy. This here allows me to transfer an attribute from one location to another, and then I could here, for example, erase the name. But the other use with this is you can actually combine, hence the name, attributes into another. So here I would like, for example, to combine the name, the material, and the production number. So to do so, simply select the attribute you would like to copy and the target attribute. This means that the current value of column will be taken and then replaced here directly at the end. If you would like to change the order of these attributes, for example, I would like not to have the name come in first, but the material. For this, you simply need to glide those attributes. And so now here you can simply press copy. And now the name is a combination of the material, the previous name, and the production number. One thing to be aware of with these combined attributes, this is not dynamic, meaning that if I were to change the material or the production number, this name will no longer be accurate. So let's give it a try. Here, if I were to change the name or the production number of this one, production number, production list, and now it's number 10, we'll go to OK. Okay, and here you see that the name hasn't been updated. What we can do in this case is, if we go back in the other attributes, and this is why here you see earlier I copied the name to user attributes. So like this, if you were to erase or replace the name like I did, it's a good idea sometimes to actually save the individual value. So like this, if you need to change and re-update this, at the moment, if I haven't saved this, I will not be able to redo this right away because actually the name no longer exists. So here I will be simply removing here this and moving the user2 before the production list, and here I'm reactivating it. So now glulam column 10 in name, and now I can actually update. So just be careful about this. This combined attributes is a copy of at a specific moment in time of your attributes, and the value won't be updated if you change the original attributes. If you were to look for something like this, in that case I would recommend you to look into the script attribute working with Python that will automatically update if anything else changes on the element that is actually taken into account in that specific attribute. With this combined feature, there is a lot of different use. For example, here we have the first floor of a building, and we use the element module here to generate all the different walls and the framing inside. So everything is ready, but we actually need several stories that will be actually framed exactly the same. But the thing is, for those of you who are familiar with wall framing and the wall exports, two walls cannot have the same group. So here, how can we easily copy this from one floor to the next and assigning them with different groups? What you can do is actually, when numbering your wall, for those of you again that are familiar with the element module, when you run the element module in a wall, you will have to select a prefix and then a value that can be either a letter or a number. So like this, your wall will be, the wall group will be a combination of that prefix and the number, always with like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the amount of wall that you actually run the calculation on. So what we could be doing here, as you can see, I haven't actually set a prefix, so I simply assign a value to my walls. And what we could do now is, if I were to select all the elements from the first floor, and simply here I'm going to assign, let's say in comment, that will be A. Then we are simply going to copy this 3 times in Z all the way to the top of that floor. And now here the only thing I need to do is simply change this single attribute for the other floors. So this will be floor B, floor C, and so on and so forth. Now that all the walls and their components have the same group and comment attributes, we could now use the combine. So here I'm just going to keep my wall in, select everything, and go to modify, other attributes, and combine. And here we are simply going to take the group and the comment. So comment and group. If you want to add a separator or change the separator between, simply change that value here, and we are going to copy this directly to the group. Again, if we would like to save also the first group value we add, in that case I would also recommend first to save that group at another location in the meantime. But here we are going to skip this step. So comment group into group and copy. So now here we have individual groups for each of our elements. So here we can see that for the wall with the same base value, we will always have individual group, allowing you now to run export without any issues.